Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Julie. This week's project, I'm going to be starting another animal from my book here. And the one I'm going to be doing is Dash the dog. He is only two colors. The first one is oatmeal, this one here. And the second one is taupe, and that's this one here. So I will have to get all of my things out. I have to get the 12 millimeter safety eyes, and I also need a safety nose for this one. So it'll be the first time I'm putting on a nose. So that should be interesting. Okay, I'll get working on it. Okay, so according to the book, I need my two colors of yarn, my size 8 crochet hook, safety eyes, which I decided to do brown for this one. Or actually, I think they might be black. Nope, they're brown. Brown eyes. Okay, and then I've got the safety noses, which I need 18 millimeter safety noses, the polyfill fiber stuffing, and a tapestry needle, which I call my yarn needle. But I've got my basket on the floor to put my yarn in. There's my fiber fill, which I have another bag, so if I run out, I just got to open another bag. I have my directions, my scissors, my needle, my hook, my safety eyes and nose, and then I also add what I call a stitch marker and a row marker, so I can keep in place, so I know where exactly my rows begin and what row I'm actually on. So I'll get started, get everything like organized the way I want it. And the first thing we do here is work on the body with our oatmeal color. So that's the lighter brown. Okay. Okay, so like I said, the first thing we do is the body. And with the body with our oatmeal color, we have to create a magic ring. We have to chain 1 and then make 10 single crochets in the ring, join it to the first single crochet and chain 1. So our magic ring, when we do a slip knot, we have our tail crossing this way, and when we do the magic ring, we have our working yarn over on the top. So our magic ring, we insert our hook, which like I said is an H. Okay, so I'm going to insert my hook, bring up a chain, insert yarn over again. So I have 2 loops on my hook, and I'm going to make a single crochet here. Okay, now I have to do that 9 more times because we need a total of 10. 2, 3, 9, and 10. Okay, now I'm going to pull this tail just a little bit to close the ring a little bit here. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, now we have to join in this first single crochet. Okay, so it's joined. I have to pull the ring closed, make it as small as you can, and then we chain 1. Okay, and I'm going to put my stitch marker in here because this will be my first stitch for the next round. So now I move it up to round 2. Round 2, we have to do 2 single crochets in each stitch around. So basically we're just building. We're building and building, increasing each time we go around. So when I come up to something interesting, I will stop and I'll bring you back along. Okay, we are up to, where is it? There it is, round 8. And this is how large it is. Okay, so when we start round 8 through 19, we're actually building. So this is the top. This is the top of his head. So now we're going to build down towards his face. Okay, toward his, like his neck would be down here somewhere. So I've got quite a few rounds to do. That'll be the exact same. There's going to be 50 stitches on each row. And when I get to that point where I start making it smaller, I think that's where I'll bring you back in. Okay, so I just mentioned that I thought it was the top of his head. I actually think it's his bottom of his body because we are working on the body. So I think it's actually this portion here, and then I'm going to be building up this way, so instead of here down. So I think I had that wrong because I read ahead a little bit in the instructions, and it makes more sense if this is what I've just done, that round, all those rounds there, the 7, and then you're building, and then it starts to decrease, and then I believe it increases again. So I believe it's actually his bottom there that I'm doing. So, okay, well, I'll get working on it anyway. So I got to row 20, and this is the row where we start decreasing. And what I've discovered is, I did the bottom, climbed up, and then it starts decreasing. But this is just the body part. The head is a completely separate unit. Not for, I think, three more sections anyway. So this is just the body, and I only do up to the neck portion. And I apologize if you can hear the thunder in the background because we are actually dealing with a pretty major thunderstorm at the moment. And I decided to kind of distract myself from that and crochet. So that's where I'm at. But anyway, this is just the body. So it'll start decreasing here, which will be his chest, and up to his neck. And then we actually get down to only 10 stitches around, and then we stuff it and we fasten it off. So we leave it open, just like on some of the other animals. But anyway, this is what it looks like so far, and I'll get starting reducing, and then we'll see how far we are on time, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I have his body all stuffed. This is his bum, his lower abdomen, and his chest area. So the head, which is separate, will be sewn on up in here. But I ran out of fiber fill, so I have to open a new bag. So I might have to put a little more stuffing in there because it seems a little weak at the top, but it might be all right. So the next body part is the snout. Okay. We have to use that same color. Anyway, at the very end, though, we have to attach a safety nose, which, like I said before, I've never done that before. So that'll be something interesting. So I'm going to read these over, look at the picture, make sure I understand what exactly I'm supposed to do, and then we'll go from there, I guess. I'll show you when I figure it out. Okay, so as the directions say, there's no turning. Just round 1 is pretty extensive. So, okay. So I don't make a magic ring. With this yarn here, I have to make a slip knot. So slip knot, we'll wrap it around our index finger, push the tail up with our thumb into that loop we made, pull with our left hand. Okay, so then we have a loop, and then we pull it with the right to pull it up tighter. Okay, so I chain 5. So that's what I got confused. I thought we did 5 single crochets in a ring, but we don't. We chain 5. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, in the second chain from the hook, which is this one right here, so skip that first one and this one. Okay, we single crochet in the second chain from the hook. Okay, and then in the next 2. So a single crochet here, single crochet here. So we have 3 single crochets in these 3 stitches. Now we do 3 single crochets in the last one. So 1, 2, 3. Now is where we work on the other side of the chain. Remember, I thought we turned it. We just keep working around. So let's see. We single crochet in the first 3 chains. So 1, 2, 3. All right, I lost my place. Oh, there we go. Now that's right. Single crochet in the first 3 chains, 3 single crochets in the last one. So 1, 2, 3. Now we join. Okay, with a slip stitch. And then we chain 1. Okay, so that's all for round 1. Okay, let's move my row marker up. Okay, so now round 2, we're going to single crochet in the first 3. 1, 2, 3. 2 single crochets in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2 in that one. 1, 2 in that one. 1, 2, and a third one. Okay. Single crochet in the next 3. 1, 2, 3. 2 single crochets in the last 3 stitches. So 1, 2 for that one. 1, 2 for the second one. Whoops. Okay, and 1, 2 for the third one. Okay, join. All right, so now rows 3 and 4, we just single crochet all the way around and join it. And then we fasten it off, leaving a long tail. And then we add the safety nose. So when I get to the point where I have to add the safety nose, I will bring you guys back. Okay, so I got the nose, the snout, all done. It's fastened off. I tucked in my tail on the inside here. It says we have to attach the safety nose towards the middle top of the snout. There's actually a little catch on that. We'll tuck it under. Okay, so normally I fold these in half to try to get the middle. So basically where that big hole is right there, that one. And then it says to the middle top. So we're going to go a little bit above that and insert it, come up to the other side. Okay, so it's basically turned inside out. We have to put the safety washer on. And let's see, I think I had that upside down. I did. Okay, so we basically push and squeeze down until we hear it click. And I don't know if you guys could hear that, but I heard it. There were like 3 tiny little clicks. Oh, I'm going to turn this a little bit. So there's a snout. Okay. And I'm getting a little tired, so I think that's where I'm going to leave you guys here and leave off the video. And we'll start working on the next thing tomorrow, which is the eye patch. So his eye patch right here, that's what we'll be working on tomorrow. Okay, so I hope everyone has a great day. Hopefully this thunderstorm didn't bother anyone, if you can hear it. It's kept me on my toes because it came close a couple times. The thunder and the lightning were very bright and very loud. But anyway, I hope everyone has a great day. Bye. Thank you everyone for watching the video. If you liked what you saw, would you please hit the thumbs up, give me a like, and if you have any comments or questions, please put them in that area below. And if you'd like to, please subscribe. I know I'm not a very large channel yet, but I do plan on putting out a video every week or every other week. So thank you for your continued support. Hope everyone has a great day. Bye.